Hi everybody, Fred Mays for Florida Unplugged. If you're looking for campgrounds in Florida and you're tired of overcrowded campgrounds and state parks where it's difficult to get a reservation for a campsite, there's some other options for you. Florida has 5 water management districts, and they all have conservation land, which is set aside to protect the watersheds of our rivers and streams and springs. And many of these lands have free camping, primitive camping, but free camping. We're in an airboat skimming across the headwaters of the St. Johns River, not far from Vero Beach. We're heading for a campsite on the river that is only accessible by airboat or a long kayak paddle. It isn't easy to get to, but the camping is free. Most sites are first come, first served. In some cases, you need a reservation, which you do online. Most can be accessed by boat, but in some cases, you can drive up nearby and hike in. The sites are all primitive and remote, and it's a true back-to-nature experience. We visited 2 campsites in Indian River County with our guide, Johnny Baker, a naturalist and land manager with the St. Johns Water Management District. Johnny, tell me about how people can take advantage of campsites like this.
Sure. Down here in the southern region of the district, we have a lot of first come, first served campsites. So the site we're at today, you don't actually need to reserve it. If you're there first, you can use it. It's open to anybody, 365 days a year available. So we do ask that folks stay a maximum of 7 days to allow other folks to use it. But these sites are first come, first served. Water here. There's no garbage cans, no facilities like that. So to prepare, you need to think about how much water and food you'll need for the amount of time to stay here, as well as there's no roofs and there's no shelter. You know, we have some shade here, some canopy, but you're going to want some protection from the elements, bring in a tent, things like that. But you need to remember, everything you bring with you needs to come out with you. We don't want a bunch of trash and things on the campsites we don't want the wildlife getting into it, other campers having to clean it up, things like that. So these campsites are very primitive. There's no running water, no drinkable water here. There's no garbage cans, no facilities like that. So
tell me about the wildlife you can expect out here.
Oh, absolutely, everything. You know, we've got the big lizards, we've got the alligators. Everybody loves to see the gators, but tons of wading birds. The endangered snail kite is out here. You might see an endangered species flying around. Roseate spoonbills, all kinds of wading birds. It's kind of different, but you can see deer walking through the marsh as well. They'll be knee deep in water cruising through, but you'll bump into deer. Pretty much you name it. If it's in Florida, we got it here.
Raccoons?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. That's another good thing to bring up when you're preparing to camp. You want to be able to have your food locked down. You don't want to leave things out. Squirrels and raccoons and everything will find it, and ants, everything will find it. So think about locking your food up too. That's another good preparation tip.
You have a relationship with an airboat group. What's their role in, first of all, using this and also maintaining it?
Absolutely. So in this part of the state, we cover both Indian River County and Brevard County. And both of those counties have an airboat association affiliated with them. And we have agreements with those airboat associations. They are some of the heaviest users of our campsites, and some of these areas they're accessible other ways, but the best, easiest way to get to them is through airboats. So that's why most of those folks utilize this area pretty heavily. So we have an agreement with them where they actually help us maintain these campsites. The platform that we're sitting on today, if it were to start degrading and breaking down, that's something that they'll take care of for us. They'll actually come in, help us repair. We might provide the lumber, they may donate it. It's a great partnership that we have with the airboat associations, where they keep the places looking nice and they keep them safe for us to keep using. So again, that's Brevard County Airboat Association, and where we're sitting today would be Indian River County Airboat Association.
How does someone find this particular location?
Yes, sir. We have on our website our maps for the properties. We have actually geo-referenced maps, meaning that anybody can download them and have them on their phones, tablets, things like that. And they have the coordinates in the background of the map. So when you're looking at it on an app like Avenza, say, is one we use pretty frequently, you download that map to Avenza and you can see your current location and follow it that way. Also, folks use Apple Maps, Google Maps, any sort of thing like that, and you can put a pinpoint on your map and navigate out here. Now, there are trails, commonly used airboat trails, that are really just maintained by use. Again, part of our airboat community's benefit to this property is it really helps maintain our trails and access. Just using them keeps them open. So
Yeah.
you can, most times you can follow a pretty worn trail through the marsh right to the campsite. So I think it's just important to remember that it's, we do offer primitive camping, and it's not it's not glamping out here. You got to be ready to, you're in the elements. I would check weather, things like that. Be prepared, because once you're out here, you're out here.
Yeah.
There's no 7-Eleven down the street to go get yourself a taquito. you gotta be ready.
You can find information about the campsites on the Water Management District websites at the address seen on the screen. It's best to contact the Water Management District ahead of time, as in some cases reservations are required and access may be restricted behind a locked gate. Much thanks to the folks at the St. Johns River Water Management District in preparing this report. Fred Mays, Florida Unplugged.